Hello YouTubers. Well, before I get to the topic that I wanted to talk about today, I'd like to give a shout out to Richard, who came to visit me on Monday and did a very nice interview with me. I hope you'll go to his channel and see the interview, because you know what it's like when you first come onto YouTube. You've got no views and no subscribers, and I think he has a very good idea, and I know he's got lots of interesting people in the pipeline to interview apart from the one that he did with me. And actually I think it was the best interview and the nicest interview that I have ever done, better than sort of all the television interviews and things. And so we spent a lot of time thinking about the framing of the picture and the angles of the camera and the lighting and the sound, and I hope you will enjoy. So I'll put some links somewhere down below for you to see what he did. Anyway, okay, let's...
Are you happy?
Yeah,
okay.
1, 2, 3, go.
Okay, Peter, now this is my debut interview. You've got to be patient with me because I'm a little bit nervous. But you have a little story for us of a memory that you have during the Second World War.
Yes, you wanted me to tell you a story about the war. Well, of course, I was just a child when the war started. I was 12 years old, actually, and so I don't know whether we thought it was exciting or not, but we soon found out that realities weren't as exciting as we thought they might be. And I lived on the east coast of England. So, back to the topic. Well, I must apologise for all of the rude comments that you're seeing on my videos lately. They seem to have raised their ugly heads again, and I know you don't like them any more than I do, and they do spoil the whole thing, of course. I mean, the comments are the one of the things that are so nice about YouTube, and it's just a nuisance, and I've had these people right from the start. They made comments on the channel. They've made comments to me in personal messages and things, and they are, of course, a nuisance. Anyway, I've had advice from many people telling me what I should do, and the main thing is they say I should block them and then they can't get at you again, which isn't entirely true, of course, because since it's possible to make a new channel within 5 minutes, I suppose, and to set up any number of emails that you want to set up, I don't really think that works, and I personally would rather sort of just leave the username so that one could have some record of the extent of the harassment or bullying if and when you feel you want to take action about it. I mean, of course, harassment is an infringement of the YouTube terms of use, and more seriously, of course, libel and slander is punishable by the civil courts. I think YouTube does all that it can to stamp this out, but as I say, the only punishment seems to be the closing of a channel. I'm sure that all of us over a certain age have seen all of this before in real life. You know, the person who shouts rude remarks at an old person in the street, or the boy or girl excluded from school for misbehaving and objecting to authority and adults and things, and it has always been, but of course it is a nuisance, and in the on the internet, and of course they can hide behind a computer. It doesn't mean to say that they couldn't be found, but in practice they aren't. Anyway, I never reply to, well, not never, because I'm just going to say that I did. I don't reply to the letters that are sent into my personal inbox, because that just, gives them the attention that they are desiring. But I did send a letter to one of the persons who, well, I knew who he was, and I knew he was in the United Kingdom, in the UK. So I did send him a letter to see if I could get his side of the story. I sent a polite letter. I said that from the setting up of his channel, he obviously had the talent to do better things, and why didn't he use his talents to make friends instead of enemies? So, and he did reply, and he replied in a very polite and well-educated and well-written letter, which I will... to be fair to him, I'll read you the part that's relevant, because he did tell me some things about his life, but it's not relevant. So bear with me for a moment. And it reminded me of the past. But whenever I say rude things to people on YouTube, they reply and say rude things back. So I always get lots of rude comments. I've probably got more rude comments to me than anyone else on this site, and that's probably why I keep saying rude things, so I then get a reaction from it, which I find amusing. So I think that's probably what we really all know. So if I and you and everybody keeps giving them the attention that they desire, then it doesn't really help. So it's possible for the time being that I might have to put my comments as only if approved, and I'll probably have to take off the facility of letting other people like and dislike, and so it is a nuisance, but it is not the end of the world. It is just life as we know it on the internet, and naturally we'll continue to do things as we have before. So sorry about the length of the video and the and everything, but I'll see you again with something more interesting to talk about, and until I do, as always, goodbye.